Hello everybody, so this is my first kind of professional YouTube video. I'm going to do a soft glam look today and you're probably wondering, why the hell is she in a robe? Well, this is how I roll. There's plenty of other YouTubers that are going to look more glam than me, but if you want to see my soft glam look, then stay tuned. Okay, so the first step that I always do is carve out my brow using the P. Louise base. This is the holy grail of all bases. Like, I've used loads and this is my favourite, so this is what we're going to start with. And I'm going to use the Medallion Tools the 936 brush. This is a bit worn, but I love it. Right, so what I'm doing is I'm just carving out underneath my brow to the shape that I want with the Medallion Tools brush. So just like so. Then bring it down onto my lid and pack it on. Once you've packed the product on, I always take like a small wee fluffy brush and I just buff it out. Like, I know other people's dab on a lot of product and they use a lot, but I like to save my product. So I just buff that out until it's nice and clean and crisp. So now I'm going to be taking this colour here from the Limecrime Venus XL and it's called Idolize, and this is going to be my transition colour. And I'm just going to, there is a little bit of fallout, but I mean, it's an eyeshadow palette, of course there's a fallout. I'm just going to start blending here. So I'm just buffing that in circular motions and I'm bringing it just about here. And I just keep going until I buff it out. And I always like to pick up the colour as I go instead of having like a lot of colour, because then it's harder to blend out. So just keep going with it until you're happy with it. Okay, so now I'm just taking the colour Red Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just deepening that corner, that outer corner, and I'm not bringing this the whole way in. I'm having like a soft glam look but keeping the colour mostly to the outside of the eye, so you want to just be careful that you don't swoop right over here for this look. So next up I'm taking this colour Titan from the Alien palette, which is one of my favourites at the minute. Because I just think it's so diverse, and I'm just going to place that right here. So I'm just buffing that in so that the two colours start to meet, and don't worry if you think, oh my god, what do I not look like? It comes together in the end. Okay, so I've just applied my liner and now I'm going in with a black eyeshadow at the outer corner and just smudging that in just to deepen the outer corner further. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to start my brows. This is how I do my brows. Like, I'm pretty sure that not everybody does their brows the same, but this is how I like my brows, so don't come at me if it's not how you wear your brows. So basically I'm using the, where did I put it now? It is, oh yeah, the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow, and it's in the shade 25. And what I do now, as you can see, the space that I've left here after using the P. Louise base, I'm just going to fill that in. So taking wee small strokes, I just make my way right over to the edge. So yeah. So as you can see, it's starting to fill in now. And then I'm going to take a wee bit more product and I'm going to do the top. Now for this part, I kind of like want to make my brow a bit fuller, so I'm just going to take it above my actual brow. So I'm just going to start about here and start to work my way over, making an arch right about here and pulling down. And then I just fill in all the gaps in between. Okay, so now for this front part of the brow, I turn the brush upside down. So if you can see it here, I turn it upside down. And I start to draw on the wee hairs that I lack because obviously years of over plucking, and I'm sure half the bloody world is like that as well. So I'm just going to do wee strokes upwards. So I went ahead and applied my lashes, and these are a little something that I'm working on myself, so I can't just reveal it just yet. But now I'm going to start my base, and to start off, this is my favourite primer that I think I've ever used. It's the Optical Illusion Complexion Primer, and I just think that it just smooths out your pores, and I am in love with it. So if you haven't got it, you should get it. Okay, now that I've applied that, I've just applied that all over where you can see pores, and I have a lot of pores, and I'm sure most of you do too. Next up, I'm going to use the Strobe Cream by MAC, because when I'm using a MAC foundation, I just feel like it just makes it more, what's the word, dewy. So yeah, I always use this. My husband's in the background laughing at me. Okay, cut. And don't be afraid to use this product. Like, I use a generous amount, because I just think it looks so nice underneath the foundation. This is just a wee Real Techniques brush. I have it so long, but listen, it does the job. So I'm using the NC20, what is it, NC20 Studio Fix, this one. And I know it's not the right colour for my skin tone, but I like it, okay? So I'm just going to start carving out above my brow using the same brush, the Bedillium tools that I used for underneath the brow. And I'm just going to go as close to that brow as I possibly can, which is really, really hard when I'm talking to you guys. So now I'm just using a beauty blender to dab on, because I think that it just works it into the skin better. So I dab, 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 dab all over the face. This is the best technique for this foundation that I find, that it gets it really smoothed out looking. So you just keep going until you're happy that you have enough product on. And please, yes, I am aware that this is looking very orange in my pale skin, but I have no tan on today. So now I'm just going to apply the concealer, and I like it to be nice and bright. So this is just a wee one from, who is this even from? Barry M, and it's in the shade Milk. So what I do is I'm sure everybody knows how to do this, but if you don't know, then well, here you go. Sort of like in a triangle sort of shape. I think this was Mario or some of the lemons that came up with this for Kim Kardashian, and I think everybody just went, okay, let's do this. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to go down the bridge of the nose, top of the lip, bit of the chin, and here, and then I'm going to start to buff it with a beauty blender. Okay, now for the contour. I'm just doing a powder contour today. So what I'm using is MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm sure half the bloody nation has MAC Give Me Sun. And I'm just using this wee, what is it? Zoeva 126 brush, I think. It's kind of wiped off, but it's this wee brush here. And I'm just taking it just about here, and I'm swooping it down. Not the whole way down, but just right under the cheekbone. And then I'm going to do here on the forehead, doing this kind of like a C motion. Sucking in those cheeks, giving yourself some cheekbones. So I went ahead and applied my liner. I used the Inglot gel liner in 77, and now I'm just smoking it out using Urban Decay's Blackout eyeshadow. I kind of find that's the best for darkness wise. And then I'm just going to, once I'm happy with that, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to get the colour that was on the Anastasia palette, which is this one here. Here we go. And I'm just going to start to smoke that out underneath, the same as this side. Okay. Right. Now we're taking the colour Idolize from the Limecrime palette, and we're just lightly buffing that out further underneath until we have it all nice and smoky. I'm just applying my blush, and this is actually my favourite blusher. It is by MAC, and it is Sun Basque, I think it's called. It's literally what I use like all the time. And once I do that, I'm just going to go in with this highlighter palette. It's the Sub-Zero Mitchell highlighter palette, and I literally use this all the time. And I'm going to go in with the shade Made It, because I like to bling bling. So I'm just going to take it right underneath the shadow and work my way up. Can you see that on camera? Can you? I love it. So I'm just going to do my lipstick and the rest of my mascara off camera, and I'll be back in 2. Okay, so I've just applied my liner and my lipstick, and this is Cork by MAC and Honey Love, but this one I'm going to show you. Peaches and Creams gloss. Like, I mean, if you don't have it, then you should get it. This is Sisterhood, and this is literally one of my favourite glosses, so I'm just going to apply that, and they are done. Oh damn. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun making this for the first time, and I hope you like and subscribe to my channel, and I will link all the product details down below.